Golf. Waggle Golf believes what you wear on the course should reflect your individuality, who you are, where you're from, your hobbies, interests, and passions. All the stuff that makes you, well, you. That's why every design is inspired by the desire to create a piece of apparel that strikes a chord when you see it, that makes you say, wow, that was made for me. Because in a lot of ways, it was. Ready to get your waggle on? Go to getyourwaggleon.com, throw in promo code SP10 at checkout to take 10% off your entire order.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sota Pod YouTube channel for yet another hockey watch party. Game 4, Colorado Avalanche, Minnesota Wild, back in St. Paul, and the Wild looked really good in Game 3 in St. Paul. Let's see if they can relive the magic here tonight. Again, Wallstedt back in net, obviously. Puck drop. Period number 1. Let's get this underway. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. Smash that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to get your comments in the live chat. I mean, Cam, usually I am. In the house, we believe in Quinn Hughes Masterclass. Good to see you, Peanuts. Good to see you. All right, I got 1942 on the clock here as the Wild make their first breakout through center. They send it around the boards. And all the way around the boards as the Avs over the line, and that's going to be offside. And we got our first whistle. Lehkonen, by the way, out for the Colorado Avalanche. Always a player that I've liked. Just a depth scorer. Every single season. He's been pretty noticeable in the playoffs as well. And the puck goes all the way back down into the Avs zone. And they're going to have to reset. Burns passes up the left side. Wild, good job holding the blue line. Boldy with a hit and already some pushing and shoving. Brock Nelson. And it's actually going to cause a whistle. I don't know if it was the yapping that caused the whistle or if it was offside, but choppy game so far. Oh, yeah, Boldy with a big shot there. Nelson responds with a face wash. I mean, if Crosby's not going to be there. Offsetting? Damn. They ain't fucking around. Oh, and Yurov takes it for the Wild. I thought Boldy would have been involved in that, but no. It was the shenanigans to the right. And the Wild beautifully win the faceoff. Avs on them, but evading is Faber back to Hughes. Hughes to Kaprizov, and here they come. Kaprizov to Boldy. Kaprizov tip just wide. There was Faber actually joining the rush. He's the one who tipped to Kaprizov. Behind the net, retrieves it, loses it, and here come the Avs. Avs leave it. Marty Nakesh, who's been just unreal this series as well. Hey, what's up, Sandrock? Hey, thank you so much for joining City Life last weekend as well and keeping us updated on the game. Hughes up through center, skates back, backhands it up, and here comes Johansson. Johansson leaves it at the blue line. And forced out to the neutral zone, and puck able to get back, as that was scary. Johansson back with it, with speed up through center. In the corner, Zuccarello. And tried to poke that back towards the point, but taken away by the Avs. Avs pass through center, corner, pass broken up by Minnesota, and here they come back through center. Zuccarello And Manson, who's returning to the lineup for the Avs here tonight. Great job shutting down Zuccarello. I think this is the best chance for us to win in many years. Ristolainen might join as well. Barkov will be massive. Currently applying for TSA for Minneapolis for the third time, so hopefully third time's a charm. Hey, well, we're sending you good vibes and good luck as well. Yeah, they're just showing the highlight or low light since that puck did not cross the line. 25 seconds remaining 4-on-4. McKinnon, high slot. That puck doesn't get through. Avs are able to keep possession, though. Oh, bodies running into each other everywhere. Everyone gets up and resets. Pass could not reach his man at center. And the Wild get this back. Hughes, another backhand pass. And dangling across the line. Great job there for the Wild. Able to get on the line, over the line, onside. Hughes doesn't retrieve the cross-ice pass, though. And both teams 5-on-5. And here come the Avs over the line. Corner. Rest of the team's going to change. What's up, Mike? It is both insane and a little alarming how far ahead these two plus Carolina are compared to the other teams left. It's crazy. Yeah, Carolina with 2 sweeps. Now they're just chilling, waiting for their semifinal opponent, which, hey, Montreal or Buffalo will be fun and probably test them a little bit more. Oh, big a hit by Middleton. Battling for behind the net. No one has a puck. Slides to Tarasenko. He tried to spring his line mate, and the Avs get that back. Pass it into the Wild zone. The Wild send it back into the Avs zone. That's going to be icing. I loved it. Good old hockey night in Canada theme. Oh, man. Bodies running into each other left, right, and center. Even Trenyon, or was no, McCarron running into friggin' Tarasenko in the corner. With the Foligno brothers out there hitting the Avalanche. They haven't had a lot of shifts yet, but I'll say pretty much everybody is finishing their checks right now. Middleton's had some insanely big hits, and he just had a big one a moment ago there. Thanks for stopping by, Marlene. Good to see you. But the Folignos have made their presence noticed throughout this whole series, so I imagine we'll see them throw the body around here as well soon. Avs get it back in front of the net. Falling and unable to get the tip there was the Avs man in front. Puck trickles back to the blue line. Avs left side shot. And nice save by Volset. Rebound. Puck goes wide off that shot from the Avs. Battling behind the net. 2-on-2. And great job by the Wild getting it back through center. Foligno shot and a save by Blackwood. So good. So good. That one's been back and forth, back and forth. A lot of skill on display. It's like, as much as I want the Ducks to win, because I'm just not a Vegas fan at all. I don't think anybody other than Vegas fans are. But, like, I'm a Torts fan, and it's like, it's just so nuts that he became a coach a few weeks before, like 2 weeks before the playoffs, and here they are. Sorry, chat. Sorry. I've had some internet issues today, so I hope that we're good after this, but I don't even know where I froze at, but I know I froze for a second. But we are back. We are back. My apologies. My apologies. The Leafs fans' reaction to Torts talking about Marner killed me. All right, 14:46. Sorry, we froze there for a bit, chat, but we're back. We are back. 14:45. Face off to the right of Wallstep. I just want to see Mac and Mac get hit by the Foligno brothers as much as possible and wear them down. As do I, Marlene. As do I. Marlene likes the brand of hockey I like too. Let's go.
That shit beautiful than a motherfucker.
Kaprizov passes it up ice through center. Faber getting involved in the rush, but turnover, and the Avs with a shot. Wallstedt with a great save. Wild leaving no room for the Avs to get the rebound. Avs pass to no one, and this puck is back at center. McKinnon driving, saved by Wallstedt, but rebound right to the Avs, but in the corner. Kaprizov on the wall. Middleton. And snapping the puck ahead. That misses Boldy, and we're going to have a face-off at center. Hey, what is up, sis? Leader Cola. Quinn is doing amazing. He's had a lot of good backhand passes up through center. Oh, Avs win the face-off shot. Puck doesn't get through, but slides left. Good defense. Honestly, the Wild have performed very well defensively so far in this first period, even though there's 5 shots from the Avs, only 1 from the Wild. Wallstedt's faced some shots so far, and he's made the saves he needed to make, of course, but the Wild haven't really faced like a crazy threatening play. They've been able to shut it down quickly. Hey, good on you, man. Good on you. Keep up the good work. Now you get to sit back and eat some tacos and watch some Minnesota Wild hockey. Minnesota Wild, Colorado Avalanche hockey. Sounds like a good day. All right, first TV timeout. That sounds great. I think I'm just gonna have breakfast for dinner later. We'll see. We'll see. Depends how late this game goes. If we go to overtime, then oof. Again, smash that like button if you guys haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. We will be covering Game 5 as well on Wednesday, and we will be posting content every single day this week, between games, after games. We've been posting videos every single day on the channel, as well as streaming as many games as we can. Basically, every game if it's not on a Saturday. The Saturday, out of commish. Tanner knows. Tanner knows. All these food commercials are making me hungry. I did snack on... I had my last bagel. I made a bunch of homemade bagels last week. Had my last one. Last one before this. Started Futuristic City... in the game today. It's sick. Called an Explorer 2074. I like it. I like it. I downloaded Counter-Strike for the first time in like a decade today or yesterday. Because I remembered that I had some skins in the game from a long time ago, and I saw somewhere or read somewhere that like the price went up for them. So I downloaded it and logged in, and I'm just gonna sell those bad boys. Sell those bad boys for some beer money. Rush B. I might dabble in a little Dust too. We'll see. I'm old now, so I don't even think I could play that game. Hey, what's up, dude? Good to see you. It really sucks that these games are so late here. 3 a.m. is so damn late with no other games going on. Peanuts, I feel you, buddy. I feel it. For someone who watches Japanese mixed martial arts, I feel you. Hey, I can't wait to cover that Finnish league, by the way. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Avs win the faceoff. They launch it into the Wild zone, battling behind the net. Wild bat it back up the wall, but the Avs are there. Good job by the Avs getting it back. Blue line shot. Great save by Wallstedt. Rebound puck goes all the way back down into the Avs zone. In college, I was out for like a good 3 months because my roommate was like, he was big into gaming and he like played on a Counter-Strike team. Oh, floating one in for the Wild, and High stick on McCarron. McCarron's pissed. Oh, shit. McCarron's going. Someone on the bench said something. McCarron's seeing red here. The ref has to hold him back. Manson and McCarron getting into a big hit by McCarron on Manson. They're wrestling on the ice a little bit. And the butt end of Manson's stick hit McCarron in the face when they were just kind of going at it on the ground. So honestly, I understand why McCarron's mad. That probably hurt, but like, bro, you were literally wrestling. This ain't jiu-jitsu. This is hockey here, boys. Actually, you know what? There was a little shot. It looked less accidental than the aerial view. He had a little. It's like, yeah. Kaprizov did the less sus motion. They're calling it a major. No way. 2026, the age of all the cameras, man. Because if this happened in the early 2000s, they would not have been able to catch this. Maybe they would with this. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think Ice Cage is on this week. It is, yep. Just the fact you can do whatever you want. I'm telling you, if you try this game, it's free. You'll be like, damn, it's super fun. Even little times here and there. Yeah, that's like the opposite of Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike makes you just hate your life. That's what happened when he went after Quinn. That's crazy. Yeah, he gone. Bro looks to see if the ref is looking weak. Did one of these. Boom. 5-minute major. Dude, if I'm McCarron there, I'm just like, I'm squeezing the ear, hoping to draw some blood. No, that was a spear to the ear. A spear to the ear, ladies and gentlemen. He's like, I don't know, bro. I just saw red. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, what's up, Vince? Good to see you. Yeah, how's the ref not seen this replay? We've seen the replay many times now. Like, what is he doing? At first, I'm not going to lie. At first, I thought, okay, like the stick hit him in the head. They were wrestling on the ground. It happens. But then with the second view, it's like, oh, okay, bud. Okay. And I know Minnesota's power play has been cheeks throughout the Dallas series and this series, but like 5 minutes, you gotta think they're at least gonna get some chances, if not one, right? Experts agree that it should be a major, but being from Minnesota, it was a minor. Dun, dun, dun. Boys, I mean, come on, bro. I'm watching it on an iPad. If I can see it, you can see it, ref. Despite the wild jersey, I'm pretty unbiased here. You guys can attest to the streams. You can go back and check out some of the other streams. Like, I've been calling it how I see it for both teams. Now, will I maybe get a little bit more excited when that wild score? Yes, I want to do more streams. I want to keep building the YouTube channel. Who's going to score first goal, buddy? Four-minute double minor. They ain't throwing Josh Manson out of the game. That is not a double minor. That's weak. Dude, the Bednar should be thanking the ref right now. Yes. Dude, Zuccarello ain't happy. Zuccarello said, Spurgeon, I got this. I want to hear this explanation. Attempted butt end double minor. Bro, I feel like they went too in the weeds for this one, but whatever. Minnesota sports, lol. Well, the Wild are on the power play now for 4 minutes, so... but the Wild's power play sucks. Wait 4 minutes, sis. After 4 minutes, then hit it. I mean, they're probably going to change a little bit, but... Oh my god, I gotta get on Twitter and see what Z's going off about. I can't win or lose. I can't wait to listen to his podcast tonight. 12:33. And of course, the Avs break up the Wild's offense there and send it all the way back down the length of the ice. Zuccarello centering pass, and the Avs get it back. It's a foot race. Hughes sweeps it around the boards, or tried to sweep it around the boards. Yeah, Z double minor. I'm just literally keeping Z's page up. Kaprizov backhand to Hartman. Hartman sends it left and wide. 2:57. Puck's going to go all the way back down the length of the ice again, and it's another foot race. Good job by Zuccarello. That's a veteran move right there. Wearing off the hard charging there as he puts his body right on the boards to protect the puck. Go Wild. Still only one shot for the Wild this entire period so far, and almost halfway through the power play. Are we surprised? There's going to be a snipe. Hughes legacy game. Whereas Colorado PK does not suck. Yurov half wall. Tarasenko. Back to Yurov. Tarasenko. Come on, Vladdy. Vladdy to Boldy. Boldy. Tarasenko. And this goes all the way down the length of the ice. Volstat. Backhand pass. What the heck was that? To Johansson. Johansson, Kaprizov. Yurov. Faber. Damn, I'm that behind. Yurov with it. I'll refresh my shit in the next TV timeout, chat. I thought I was like 20 seconds behind. I'm like a fucking minute behind, apparently. Faber, one time. There we go. Let's go, baby. At least it's not Habs game 7, second period. There we go. Both teams defending home ice. And that's one, baby. It should have been a major, but we'll take the double minor. Bro, tell me Vladdy hit that. Tell me Vladdy hit that. Dude. Let's go, man. Let's go, Yurov. Vladdy to Faber. Yurov got involved in that. That was awesome. That was awesome. All right, I promise I'll refresh my shit the next TV timeout. And the Wild get the first one here. Danila Yurov, man. Benched at one point in the playoffs, but has had his moments as well. Comeback season in this series. They did score. Yurov with it on the power play. Oh, Landeskog in front. Faber pushes him down to the ground. Devon Taves holds it in, though. Landeskog back in the corner, and Faber battling with him. Landeskog wins the battle. Let's go. Puck all the way back down to Blackwood. Blackwood to Makar. Bench, but never bitched. Oh, Vols had to play that. He didn't have to. He played that right. Damon Hunt, who had a great game 3. Trying to battle in front of that one. Loses it. Shot, and Volsted's going to cover this one up. We're going to have a face-off to the left and a little pushing and shoving between both teams. All right, TV timeout. Let's see if I can find one that is, or just refresh my broadcast here and see if it's any better. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Wild score the first one. I will update the poll question here in a moment. We always do well when we score the first goal. Hopefully, that's a sign of things to come. So the Wild are to beat the Avs could legit win the Ice World Series. Yeah, Carolina's like the other team, and they're waiting in the East for the winner of Montreal and Buffalo. Carolina swept the first series and swept their second series, so they're just chilling now. So out of the East, Carolina is like the big team. Out of the West, it's the Avs. So if the Wild get past the Avs, big if, then the next team on paper that they play, whether it's Anaheim or Vegas, should be the easier team. But you never know. The Stanley Cup playoffs are insane. Okay, I'm back from the TV timeout here, guys. I'm watching on Sportsnet now. Oh, you know what? It is what it is. It's playoff hockey. It's playoff hockey. Although it does warm my heart to watch this with a little CBC icon in the corner. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. All right, I got to switch up the poll question. Chat. Face off to the left of Volstep. And they're taking their sweet-ass time with this one. They are. Like, they're better than Carolina for sure. I think the Kings only won one game against the Colorado in the first series. So they almost swept the Kings. 9 minutes on the clock and the Wild battling in the corner. Trying to push this up the wall. Fighting off the check. Damon Hunt controlling it. Love Damon Hunt, dude. Love Damon Hunt. You're a check who? Oh, stolen. Good job by the Wild again. The Avs got it back, and just before the shot was taken, and here comes Moose. The Moose is loose, and a big hit by Foligno of the Marcus variety. Boldy with it. Can't cross the line cleanly. And the Avs are going to reset through center. Nice cross ice pass. That was the Hughes pass. Shot and good save by Volstead. That was the Hughes pass, man. This playoffs, I've seen on TV. They didn't sweep the Kings, did they? Drop to like ball as well. Let's go. No, they did sweep. Oh no, yeah, you're right. Why did I think the Kings won a single game? Maybe they just looked better in one of the games compared to everybody who played Carolina. Oh, firing on net involves that with another huge save. 7:45. We're only in the second round. I'm already losing my mind. That's how much friggin' hockey we've been watching. And icing for the Wild. Burns. You know what's crazy? He's number 84 for the Avs assists. He's in his 40s. And he was drafted actually by the Wild. Wally's killing it. Go, Wally. The wall of St. Paul. Puck all the way back down the length of the ice again here. Avs are going to break out. Up the left side. Great job by the Wild. Again, breaking up their play. Kaprizov with it. He takes a spill. Wild trying to hold it onto it at center. They get it back. Hughes backhands it up the right wall. Hartman unable to hold it, but the Wild get it back. Hartman. To Kaprizov. He backhands it up the ice. Backhand play to Kaprizov in the corner. Backhand shot. Nice rebound. Shot at the slot. And Bumble fucking it. Unable to get his stick on it was Faber. Great play for the Wild. And they keep this puck in. Around the net it goes. Avs trying to get it out of the zone. Wild still keeping it. Kaprizov battling. Around the net. Avs with it, but not out yet. Wild able to change up a couple. They only changed up one body there. Kaprizov still keeps it in. And finally, the Avs skating it to the neutral zone. And we're going to get a change. Both teams are going to change. I mean, the Europeans obviously care about it more, but no, the Canadians care about it. Like, I watch it. It's at the same time during the playoffs, so it's like Canadians, for the most part, are probably more so watching the playoffs than they are World Championship. Oh, big hit. Hunt now in the face of the Avs players. That was a big hit there. Oh, man. Faber couldn't get his stick on it in the slot. I mean, he's day to day. Where's Brodin? Like, I don't think there's a return date. Eck, hopefully game 5. Playoff hockey is awesome. Which is hamburger with just turned brown, even though color doesn't matter to me. Nothing worse than drafting teams because good in playoffs somewhere else after falling for your team happens to a ton of Cardinals. Dude, Quinn Hughes was drafted by the Canucks. And he even took a pay cut contract to stay there. The Wild are actually going to be fitting the bill now when he has to sign his extension. But worth it. He's the best defenseman in the NHL. Yeah, so the league, Europe does it kind of like soccer for their leagues. I don't think the KHL does it, but like the SHL, the Finnish Liga, I think the German league, the UK league, and the Austrian. There's a number of them. They have a Champions League, which is pretty awesome. So like sometimes like a small, like for example, like actually I don't know if it's ever happened, but for example, like we'll see some crazy stories like in the soccer world where like, the winner of the Italian league fucking qualified, right? And like some big team got relegated. When I was running the Hockey Podcast Network, we had a show under the network that covered all European hockey. So mostly UK and Champions League, but it was super cool. My mic's cracking up. How about now? Whenever there's a video playing in the background, like an ad or something like that, it just trips out. My internet was bugging out earlier. So I'm glad the quality is back. Yeah, Austin Matthews, instead of playing college hockey, he played 1 year pro in Switzerland. Freaking Mark Crawford was his coach, dude. All right, we're back at it, 5:45. Thank you. Yeah, a video was playing in the background, so thank you for letting me know. Battling in the corner, Av zone. Wild able to come away with it. Great push behind the net. Trenyon with the big hit, gets the puck back. Trenyon with it. Back to Hughes. Faber. Yurov with the goal so far in this game. No, he went to Switzerland. Swiss League's actually a pretty good league. I don't think the Ukrainian league is that great of a league. Nor do I think it's even operational right now. 4:54. And Avs get it back to center, and the Wild get it right back in the zone, but gonna be icing. Oh, man, Trenyon, what a shift, man. What a shift. What's up, Mystic? Good to see you. Big fan of the Swiss League in this house. All right. Face off to the left of Volset. Yes, yes. 441. And the Wild do push this puck out. Burns takes a big hit from Boldy. Burns send this puck back into the Wild zone. The Wild up the right wall. Over the line. Puck bounces to center. And the Wild regroup all the way behind the net. And both teams are going to switch up their lines again. Zuccarello through middle. Offside. Offside? Man, how good has Damon Hunt played these two games, eh? Hughes, man, dodged a freaking elbow hit by Colton. Nelson drives him to the ground, but my God, that would have been bad. The Avs are the best team. I'd say the Hurricanes are a close second. But they're in the Eastern Conference. They're waiting for Buffalo and Montreal. And the Wild again get hit coming over the blue line, but they still have it. Dude, let's go Amasov. He's what a G. Especially like had to take a couple years off to go and like fight in the war, and then he retrieved his belt at his like mom's house in a friggin' battle zone. Imagine the Stanley Cup championship play, the Champions League hockey championship, basically World Series of Hockey. Yup. Did Wallstedt just need a break? I don't think he was ever the issue, to be honest. 327. Amasov is the man. Because the fight in which he came back was against Jason Jackson, right? And it's like, yeah, of course you're not going to look yourself, man. Literally came back from war. Canes are plus 150 to win. And the Avs are plus 200. Oh, Wild pushing it front to try to get this puck broken off in the slot, and they do. And the puck goes all the way back down into the neutral zone. And are we getting a whistle? I think the puck just went out of play. For Stanley Cup? Why not? The mayor of Kiev is former boxing world champion Vitaly Klitschko. Yep. Did he not fight oh God, what's his name? Fury? 245. Yeah, both, like his brother's a boxer too. The Klitschko brothers tearing it up in the ring and defending their country. Oh, big hit in the corner. Damn, dude. 227. Avs come away with it. Up over the line. Centering pass. Doesn't get through. Wild with the big hit in the corner again. Oh, okay. I get him mixed up. Man, the body's flying around in this game. My goodness, just the battle in the neutral zone now is looking a lot more like the Dallas game than an Avs and Wild game. 148. Yes. Puck stuck in the corner and it gets out, but Trenyan unable to grab it, but he does land a big hit. Wild are able to keep it. Blue line shot. Back to center. Hughes with it now in his own zone. Let the bodies hit the floor, dude. Burst of speed up through center. Yurov again. Man, Yurov looking good in an elevated role this game. Hughes to Yurov. Boldy. Waiting to see who's with them. Nobody there. So he backhands it behind the net. Johansson gets it back to Hughes. Hughes to Faber. Faber up to Europe. Europe tries to poke it in. And Blackwood's going to cover it. If you think he's floating around, wait till Vladdy gets home. What's the rub off means?
The right way. How much does that rub off on you and the rest of the team?
What's a rub off means?
How much do you learn from that?
Okay.
I just love whoever clipped that. Zooms in on Petrangelo's face. Only a goal if he scored, not a goal in the game. With the way the bodies are hitting the floor, when is Shane Carwin walking out? Dude, Mystic, it's so cool. The Marcus and Nick Foligno are playing together. Both longtime NHLers. Nick was traded, and it's like his final year, probably. Maybe he plays one more year next year for a different team, but and they're just the Bash brothers out there. They're kicking ass and taking name on the fourth line. Oh, losing an edge with the Wild can't capitalize. Avs send this up, try to spring their man up on the line, but Faber gets it. Hughes back to Faber. Kaprizov, gets checked. He just sends it back to Faber. What is wrist control, brother? He didn't get drafted, but he, I think 2 of his kids are playing pretty high level hockey, USHL. One of his kids looks like Brock and is just a bulldozer. The other one's actually a pretty skilled player. I think they're from 2 different mom. Like I think one shares the same as his daughter who played like NCAA track and field. His daughter looks like him. His son looks like him too. So one of his kids playing hockey is from that side, and then the other one does not look like him much at all, to be honest. That's awesome. They're on Minnesota. And final seconds. A shot from center all the way down, and that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for the first period. Wild up in this very low-scoring game. Bro, Brock Lesnar's daughter's mom is Brock Lesnar. You see, she's like, I think she married an NFL player. So, like, dude, their kids are going to be super athletes. Brock Lesnar having it in his contract, he gets to see. Yeah, it's fucked up. Napoleon Bonaparte actually talked about that in one of his documentaries on Brock Lesnar and just the whole WWE fucking McMahon shit as well. I believe his daughter is also dating Francisco 49ers offensive lineman, so that kid is going to be an athletic freak. Married Sable. Okay. I think one of his kids that plays hockey is from Sable marriage, and then I think his daughter as well. The other kid is not. I looked into it because I was like, oh. And they look very different. I'm still shaming even if that's consensual. Yeah. I'm very glad that I've always just rolled my eyes at that fake MMA shit. McCarron is a pro actor. Remember that Zuki Slash. What's up, dude? We made good to see you. Good to see you. All right, let's take a look at the hits here. 8 for the Wild, 12 for the Avalanche. Both of these teams hitting everything that moves. For like the first 5 to 6 minutes, we didn't see much of the Foligno brothers. Maybe that's why hits are down a little bit. But you know what? Face-off wins 12-8 in favor of the Wild. You know what? I'll take that right now. And 1 for 1 on the power play for the Minnesota Wild. Now, yes, it was a double minor, and it was well into the second portion of it, but they got it done. Yurov looking really good in the elevated role. The defense for the Wild is actually looking tremendous here tonight. They are breaking up a lot of the Avs plays as they enter into the offensive zone. Damon Hunt, like Juracek, who? Bro, I was saying that back when Hunt was traded for freaking Juracek. Like, I am so stoked. I don't know how long it lasts, but the Lightning's hot right now, baby. I think that's not even all she was known for, Stone. Most billionaires aren't good people. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly that.
The Steven and Rick Nash is kind of cool. Both ended up becoming some of the best players in very different sports. They're not related, though. Rick Nash and Steve Nash are not related as much as I wish they were. Steve Nash from Victoria, Rick Nash from some friggin' farm town of Ontario, I'm pretty sure. I worked with like a buddy of Rick Nash, and he said like when they played pond hockey for fun, like if Rick had a few extra wobbly pops in him and he started actually shooting the puck a little harder, not like holding back, he said it would like give them concussions or like break arms when it hit them. Yeah, he was a special player, man. Rick Nash. I can't show this footage because it's NHL and NHL is not friendly with showing footage, even reacting to it, but I will share the link so you can check this out. This is one of my favorite goals ever. It is one of the most badass goals I've ever seen. My favorite Canadian wrestler is George St. Pierre, my friend. And he didn't even wrestle until he won UFC titles. I don't follow wrestling, man. I respect the athletes for just being freaks of nature and putting in the work and all that stuff, but like I watch real fighting. I don't watch fake fighting. I watched the WHL growing up, man. I didn't watch WWE. I watched WHL hockey, which was the most violent, craziest shit ever. I watched Derek Bugard at 17 years old beat the shit out of kids. And then I saw him do it as a man wearing this type of jersey, actually. That's one of those where my friend told me they were brothers when was 10, and I believe him and never fact checked it. Yeah, so like I said, I have a lot of respect for like the athletes. I'll never disrespect them, but yeah, even as a kid, I was like, my parents showed me kung fu movies and stuff like that, and that was my WWE. I was like, okay, this is the scripted stuff that I like. And then I just watched actual fighting. You meant to say Bret Hart? GSP press conferences with drunk Michael Bisping was classic. Are you intoxicated?
I'm not impressed by your performance.
Kid flying knee violence personified. I remember they would always like, if they watch some movie too, some whatever, action comedy or just action drama, whatever, and there was like a dope fight scene, they would timestamp it and then like show me the fight scene because they were just that like fighting nerd. And the reason I fell in love with hockey is because I grew up in Prince George. The Boogeyman was probably one of my all-time favorite enforcers. Probert was the best all-around hockey enforcer, but Boogeyman was the greatest fighter. I agree. I agree with Probert. Like there will never be a better enforcer than Probert. But there is a lot of good fighters out there. There's a lot of good, you know, my thing is the best hockey fighters never made the NHL. The best hockey fighters never played in the NHL. Some did. But I mean, even today, there's some guys still out in England, in the UK league, in the French league, the LNAH, and in like the East Coast who are just animals, dude. Who are those guys in the AHL? The one plays for Winnipeg and one plays for Calgary's farm team. And they literally, I think they fought like 4 or 5 times this year. And just all-time bangers. Rob Ray ditching the jersey to fight was classic. Tiger Williams, too, was a beast. And he could play as well. Tiger Williams riding the stick after beating the shit out of somebody and scoring. I love the story that GSP told about his childhood bully on JRE. Yeah, who are some of your guys' favorite enforcers? Freaking Donald Brashear, literally, I don't think he played this season, but he played last year in the LNAH, and he freaking fought an MMA fight 2 years ago. Straight up. Brashear fought an MMA fight and friggin' played in the LNAH, I think, 2 years ago. And he's got to be like 50. Matthew Barnaby. Brashear's got to be like 50. He has a Tapology and Hockey DB page, which is amazing. Mystic, here's the goal, by the way. Sorry, I got sidetracked. This is not a fight. This is Rick Nash's... I'm going to watch it with you guys. This is the... one of my favorite goals. Is probably my top. It's somewhere in my top 10. It just sucked that Rick Nash, man, was on these shitty Columbus teams for so long and then just didn't work in New York. Oh my God, Dad, it's so nasty. I can't show it on screen because NHL content, but my God, dude. Oh my God, it's insane. It's insane. Didn't Tanner Bozer play pretty high level? I think he played in Junior A. Every day I hear about Rob Ray, I think about that one fan that went on the ice and fought the Buffalo bench, and Ray just beat the shit out of him. Matthew Barnaby, yeah, laughing and smiling. He was with the Rangers when that happened, right? That and Ovi scored on his back are the best goals in history. That goal that Ovi scored to both against the Coyotes. And I think Gretzky was coaching both times. No, Rick Nash was probably a couple years after that, but still. Yeah, Rick Nash was dope, man. When he went to the Rangers, I thought they were going to do something. Just like when Gabrick went to the Rangers. But they played on the Rangers around the same time. And then... God, who was it from Tampa? Brad Richards. No, Dallas. That's right. Well, he was with Tampa one, but Brad Richards went to New York too. It's like Nash, Richards, Gabrick. They still couldn't get it done. Remember when Ty Domi sprayed a fan with the water? Yep. You see the story in Rwanda, a soccer player went up to the ref and complained. The ref kicked the player a little bit. Oh, no, I did not see that. All right, guys, I'm going to take a quick break here. I'm going to refill my water bottle, drain the main vein, but I'm going to leave you guys with one of the latest videos, a teaser to one of the latest videos here on the channel. We have been posting videos every single day throughout these playoffs, guys. Content from Judd's Buds, content from Fellowship of the Rink, post-game breakdowns, previews, the whole 9 yards. So here is a clip from the last episode of Fellowship of the Rink. Michael Russo joined the boys, and this clip just talks about the center depth or lack thereof, given that Eriksson Ek is still not back in the lineup. Back in 3 minutes for period number 2, live play-by-play, commentary, and interaction with you guys. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Here's the link to the video if you want to see the full video here, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Back on the other side, don't go anywhere. More game 4 coverage here next, live on the Sota Pod.
I want to touch on all of the questions here about how we upgrade at center and what we're going to do this summer. That's probably more for whenever the season officially ends, but does this at least shine a light and further illuminate the importance of strengthening down the middle when you go up against a team like Colorado, who, in fairness, this isn't a normal stack at the center position, but like you got to be ready to handle teams like this.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And the Wild front office knows that. And that's why they didn't give up a ton of assets for Vincent Trocheck. Would they love to have Trocheck right now? Absolutely. But if that took you out of going out and getting an Austin Matthews or a Dylan Larkin or a Jack Hughes or a Robert Thomas or whomever this summer, Nico Easter, a Brady Tkachuk, that's why they didn't do it. They've traded a ton of assets here in the last couple of years in the Juracek deal, in the Huznadinov deal, in the Quinn Hughes deal. And, because of that, they have precious few assets left, and they didn't want to go out and give up all those guys for Trocheck. Would they love to have him now? Could they use him now? Would he fit in perfectly now? Absolutely. But that's why they didn't do it. So they know this.
You talk about like maybe Brink comes in, maybe Haight comes in for a spark. If healthy, do you think we'd be seeing Charlie Stramel in this series?
Yeah, it's funny that you said that because I actually meant to put that in an article the other day. Yeah, I mean, with Eck out, I think there was probably a good shot at that. I mean, it kind of isn't the Wild style, but yeah, I think there probably would be a way. Obviously, the reason why they signed his contract starting next year is because of the injury. So, and coincidentally, very similar to the one that Harrison Eck's dealing with right now.
Of course, why not?
Yeah.
Another center beat up with the way it goes, but yeah, he'd definitely be with his size and his face-off ability and stuff. I think you could have seen him maybe even play over like a Sturm or something like that, or at some point in this particular series. At least give it a shot. I mean, he would have played in the end of the season anyway. He'd probably played a couple preseason games to see how he looked, and then that would give you an indication of whether he'd be playoff ready. But they're not afraid to do it if the guy's good to go. So.
This interview is brought to you by our friends at Waggle Golf. Waggle Golf believes what you wear on the course should reflect your individuality. I imagine we don't really want to touch on all of the where you're from, your hobbies, interests, and passions. All the stuff that makes you,
and the one thing
you. That's why every design is inspired by the desire to create a piece of apparel that strikes a chord when you see it. That makes you say, wow, that was made for me. Because in a lot of ways, it was. Ready to get your Waggle on? Go to getyourwaggleon.com, throw in promo code SP10 at checkout to take 10% off your entire order.
And the one thing I will say, because obviously, we're first of all, we just, both of us had 4:30 a.m. wake up calls, and we're in the Uber together, and 6:30 flights, so we're a little grumpy and tired. So this has been a very negative start to this thing. The series is not over. I covered that 2014 series. I was telling Joe about it the other day. It's the best series I've ever covered, and I've covered, 20 something Stanley Cup finals, conference finals, and obviously I've covered the Wild in several playoffs. That 2014 thing, I remember when they came back from Colorado down 2-0, they felt doomed as well. And then they had an unbelievable game 3, a 0-0 game going into overtime. Kyle Granlund scored one of the greatest goals that I've ever seen in a Wild uniform. They won another big game in game 4. They go to game 5. They lose a big game, a controversial play where Alex Tanguay, was it Tanguay or Paul Stastny, excuse me, was offside. And I'll never forget it. It was one of the most masterful coaching things I've ever seen in my life. Like, we're all in that post-game locker room, like trying to get Mike Yeo to just go nuts on the linesman. And he's like, it's over. We lost the game. We have to go back and win game 6. He was not bitching and moaning about it. It was unbelievable leadership from a head coach. And they go back. They won an unbelievable game 6, and then they go and win in Denver. And for the first time in that series, a road team won one of the 7 games, and they won a huge game to advance to the second round for the first time since 2003. So my point is that this is obviously a very different team. This is Nathan MacKinnon that's 12 years older than the rookie that we saw that year. Gabriel Landeskog is a lot older. Cale Makar, barely was born, back then. This is a different team. The Wild are a different team. They still have a lot of work to do, but the series is definitely not over. you're never out of a playoff series, as they say, until you lose your first home game. And
This
so the Wild
interview
have
is
to
brought
now.
to you by our friends at Waggle Golf. Waggle Golf believes what you wear on the course should reflect your individuality, who you are, where you're from, your hobbies, interests, and passions. All the stuff that makes you, well, you. That's why every design is inspired by the desire to create a piece of apparel that strikes a chord when you see it, that makes you say, wow, that was made for me.
And we are back live here on the Sota Pod YouTube channel for period number 2, game 4, Colorado Avalanche versus Minnesota Wild, live here in St. Paul. Live coverage here on the Sota Pod. Smash that like button, subscribe. We'll get another poll question up here in a moment, chat, but Wild scored the first one, Yurov, as the lines are still shaken up without Ek. Defense without Jonas Brodin, but defensively, the teams looked really good in the first period, despite only putting up 4 shots, despite the Colorado Avalanche putting 10 shots. The defense making things easy for Volset out there, as he wasn't challenged too much in the first. Bro said, I'm glad he's still in the game. Is a Wild, expect some shit. 19-20. Quinn Hughes gives it up. Shot. Volstad, I think, got a piece of that, but that went left and wide. Avs still have it. Blue line. Shot again. Volstad making the save. Wild come away with it through center. They're able to poke it into the neutral zone, but right back at it are the Avs. Right wall. Bouncing puck. Can the Avs keep it in? Nope. This puck goes into the neutral zone. And the Wild come away with it. Hartman takes a huge hit shot by Kaprizov. That goes wide. Hartman skating back to the bench. Yeah, he got friggin' pulverized. Wild, nice pass, but unable to hold onto it. And this puck's going to be pressured all the way back down the length of the ice. And the Avs follow it down the length of the ice. Avs holding at the point. Shot. Volstad read it, but the puck didn't get through. Boldy forced to scoop it up, and he backhands it down into the Avs zone. Avs retrieve it. They throw it down into the Wild zone around the boards. Back and forth. And this one will be icing. Oh, no icing actually on the Wild. Avs sending it in. Behind the net battling. Oh, backhand in front, and nobody there to get the rebound. Wild send it to center. Avs retrieve it. 17-41. Oh, Avs over the line. Falling, but they do get it over the line. Avs still with it. Blue line. Makar, down low feed to center. Bodies falling down. And we are going to have a penalty on Bogosian as Kadri takes some damage and he goes down. And here we go. The Avs going on the power play. Minnesota's PK is going to be tested for the first time this game. Shaken up on the bench, too. All right. The Avs don't win the faceoff. Wild win the faceoff, and they send it down the ice. Makar drops it. Blue line. Circle, back to the blue line. Makar to the right side. Again, Nikash has been so sick this series for the Avs. Back to Makar. Pressuring. Oh, and a pass unable to be completed, but McCarron wasn't able to get this puck out, and a shot from the slot that goes left and wide for the Avs. McCarron wasn't able to poke that puck out, but he was able to get in the passing lane. Makar back to the circle. Back to the top of the circle. Shot, and a lot on it. And that goes up and out of play. Whew, what a shot. What a shot. Face off to the right of Volstead. Dude, Nick, yeah. Nick Hatch is so sick. It's so crazy that he's just with this Avs squad. Ooh, and that looks like it hit Faber. And went up and out of play on that McKinnon blast. Anyways, here comes the Wild. They got it. They got it. Middleton. Pass back. And the Wild are just playing keep away right now on the Avs, killing time. Back, or a slap shot all the way in around the boards. And finally, the Avs will regain possession. I mean, what a kill for the Wild here. I mean, there's 30 seconds. Maybe I'm speaking too soon, but 30 seconds left. But what a kill so far from the Wild here. They're able to change and get some new bodies, get some new legs, bodies on the ice. Landeskog near in front. McKinnon couldn't retrieve the pass. And that's going to do it for the power play. Makar up top, shot, rebound. And that goes right and wide. Can the Wild poke this out, though? Yes, they can, man. And they're going to switch things up. What a kill. That is a momentum boost and swing for the Wild. Makar passes it up as he skates off the ice. Oh, nice pass. Avs with some space. Big shot at the top of the circle by Niskushkin, and huge save by Volstead. The Wild need to get some shots on net, all right? Like, now that they've killed the power play, they need to get some offense going. I don't think they've gotten a single shot this period yet. They've not gotten a single shot this period yet. Nice glove save by the wall of St. Paul. Face off to his left. Avs win it. For All-Star Weekend, they should do 1-minute fights between 32 enforcers and have a bracket. Oh, please. There is a league that kind of does that, Mystic. It's 2 2-minute rounds, third round if needed. Ice Wars. And I think they do have another tournament. There's like some former BKFC and MMA fighters that are doing it too. Oh, shot blocked by Hartman. Another shot doesn't get through. That's left. Batting at it is everybody. Hughes digging for a puck. Sent back to the point. Avs with a shot. Rebound. And Hughes gets away with it. Oh my goodness, that was scary. Puck through center, and the Avs come back 2-on-1. 2-on-1. Volstead with the save. Volstead with the save. They couldn't set up the pass back door. They couldn't set up the pass back door. All right, this shit's fucking freaking me out. 14-12. 17 shots to 4. Volstead is standing on his freaking head here, man. The crowd is going crazy here in St. Paul for the Wall. Wally is a him. He really is. He is dialed right now. Nice shoulder save. Oh my God. And a pad save on that right post to make sure that bouncing puck didn't go over the pad or... Oh my God, dude. Insane. We haven't had a goalie like steal a game in any of the Wild's playoff games so far, but Volstead this period, man. In the first period, the Wild's defense was solid. Right now, it's starting to fall apart. Nice block shot there by Tarasenko. Tarasenko in a little bit of pain. Good to see you, Vikings. No. Trenyon getting a penalty for closing his hand on the puck, bro. What the fuck is that? I didn't see it. And of course, they're going to TV timeout. Was it egregious? And if it was Trenyon, what are we doing here, bud? What are we doing here? You just fought tooth and nail. Actually, your kill looked pretty damn good. The 5-on-5 after did not, but still, you're going to now fight tooth and nail. You got 4 freaking shots. What is going on here? 4 freaking shots this period because you've been on the back foot, essentially. Man. That's as egregious as, puck over glass delay of game, man. Oh, my goodness. They're going live at 10:30 Eastern. 10:30 Eastern. So they will go live probably a few minutes before I wrap up, but I will send you guys their way. Yeah, he grabbed it. D-man was coming, so he held onto it and tossed it behind his back to avoid him. Oh, now you can't do that. You can't do that. Good to see you, by the way, Sean. It's weird, Sean. The last few times we've talked, it's been like watching Korean and Japanese MMA at like 4 a.m. It's weird seeing it at like a normal hour. All right, TV timeout. Come on. All right, we're back. Oh, yeah, that was pretty egregious. You can get away with that in the KHL, bud, but not here. Oh, and right away, the Avs score. Off the faceoff, and Kadri getting his second of the playoffs, and we have a tie game with how momentum was swinging. With how, honestly, egregious and stupid that penalty was. They deserved it. I hate when this team starts sitting back after taking a lead. I mean, yes, but they've been on 2 penalties. So, what are you going to do? They do split screen during the power play. That's insane. I'm watching the Sportsnet one. So, crazy how groin shots used to be legal in Japan. Oh, dude. There's a video on my other channel. I gotta show. Remind me, and I'll find it for you next TV timeout. All right, it's a 1-1 game, ladies and gentlemen. And momentum definitely in favor of the Avs here. I mean, the Wild have not been able to get any offense going this second period, and part of that is because they've been short-handed for a good chunk of the second period. Yeah, they were interviewing Quinn as the play was going. Real dumb. I've seen enough put guys in the net. Mr. Blackjack saying we are cooked. All right, then turn the game off and leave, buddy. Goodbye. Turn the game off and leave if we're cooked. 1-1 game. Leave, buddy. Have a good one. Goodbye. 12:58. Why even watch if they're cooked, right? See you later. Why even watch? Right? They're cooked. Why even watch, chat? Why even watch? Up through center. Kaprizov. And he gets his pocket picked what they're battling. 12:36. Zuccarello. He holds the line. Nah, dude. Mr. Blackjack says we're cooked. Why even watch the game? Another nice save by Volstedt. Watching Volstedt, stand on his head. Why even watch that? It doesn't matter. Right, Mr. Blackjack? It doesn't even matter. 12:15. And Kaprizov takes this puck back into the back to the wild zone. Yeah, why even watch? Why even watch? We don't even like watching hockey here. Stanley Cup hockey sucks, man. Why are we even watching? I didn't hear no bell. Come on, Roscoe, do better. 11:52. Tarasenko keeps this in around right side. Avs get it back on the wall. Good job holding center. And whistle for offside. I didn't even know the guy on the right was skated over the line yet. Dude, Burns has been crushing it with those cross ice passes. The Quinn Hughes pass, corner to corner. Woo, Volsa didn't know where that was, but he did make the save. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It sucks. It actually sucks watching him stand on his head right now because they're cooked. Why even watch this game? It doesn't even matter. 11:37. Yeah, so why are we even watching? It doesn't even matter. 11:30. We don't even like watching hockey, right, Mr. Blackjack? So cooked. Doesn't matter. Watch the Wild win this with less than 20 shots. That would be ridiculous. 11:19. Avs with it behind the net. Can the Wild get their first shot of the second period? McCarron cries the ref more than the Lakers. In this game, yes. Down low. Hughes. Battling. Off the skate of Trenyon. Up the ice. Hughes, Tarasenko, shot. And that is a blocked puck, goes back behind the net. It's not officially on net, but hey, that was a chance. We're not watching this game because it doesn't matter, Mr. Blackjack. They're cooked. We're not watching the game. We don't watch playoff hockey. It doesn't matter. It's cooked. 10:30. Pass out to the slot, and that doesn't get there clean. And the Wild force this to center. Offside as fuck there, Moose. Yeah, he knew it. He knew it. He's cooked. He doesn't even care about the game either, Mr. Blackjack. I was going to say, they better not go to a TV timeout now. We just had one. They just sneak a little ad as they're just like skating for the face-off. All right, face-off. Just outside the Av zone. And the Wild come away with it. And the Wild launch it on net. Forced to make a save. And the puck is sent back down all the way into the Wild zone. And this will be icing. It's funny, Brock Nelson has been noticeable this game. Good, bad, and ugly. Z is tweeting like he's watching the Bruins. I'm dead. Blackwood owns us. Yeah, I don't even know why you're watching, Mr. Blackjack. Why are you watching a cooked game? Why are you watching a cooked game? It's burnt at this point. Why even watch? Why even watch? Mr. Blackjack, we don't even like playoff hockey, dude. We don't even like playoff hockey. Why even watch? Wrist shot in, and there's the official fifth shot. And I'm unable to put the rebound home. Mr. Blackjack hates hockey, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know why he's watching. All right, halfway through this period. 10 shots this period for the Avs, 1 for the Wild so far. ESPN didn't officially record it, but that was the 5th shot. Oh, McKinnon with the power move in, and it loses his stick. It's just like, you think people just have never watched hockey before. McKinnon backhands this up in. Man, the Avs are so fast. Marty Nikash again, man. Number 88. Oh! Fired in. Not enough bodies there to take that rebound. Oh my goodness. Makar even throwing the body around a little bit. Back and forth this puck goes. And all right, the Wild, the sign of life. And a whistle here in the neutral zone. I think this was offside. Even McKinnon's like, what the hell? Bruh, too many men on the ice? Yo. And the Wild have a power play. This cooked team has a power play. Too many men. Too many men. I mean, there was another instance where they said it could have been called for interference, but too many men, and we go to a TV timeout here. I have never wanted the Wild to score more in my life just for Mr. Blackjack. It's I missed that, but here's a penalty call. Rather have Makar in the box. All right. Who is this guy? All right. Power play for the Wild. They were able to score on their first one, but it was well into the second half of the double minor. Many men. Dude, you know what's funny? I watched it was like a reel of like a dude who sings gangster rap songs like Michael Bublé in like the most jazzy way possible. And that one was the best. That one was the best. I need to like 50 Cent's probably cool with fair use, right? Like I could probably put that on the soundboard. Let's go Wild. All right, we are back here with the Wild power play. They don't have 4 minutes to do it. They only have 2. So let's see if they can get it done in 2. Burns still arguing with the ref. I just imagine when Burns speaks, it's just like half a whistle with all the teeth that he's missing. It's just talks like this is how I just picture it. Dude, crowd is loud at the Grand Casino Arena. They say 17:41 since the last shot. I count that last play as a shot. I mean, Kaprizov, Boldy, back pass doesn't reach his man, and the boys are going to have to go back and get it. Zuccarello. Boldy through center, backhand pass, doesn't hit his man, and the Avs send it back down the length of the ice. 30 seconds in. Probably Jim Houston. Good thing the Mild love going to OT. Don't say that. I gotta make dinner still. 8:16 in the Wild. Get this puck in on the wall. Avs get it back and they send it, but doesn't go out of the zone yet. Wild are able to keep this in. They backhand it around the boards, but the Avs are the first one there. And whew, what a great kill by the Avs. Wild weren't able to set anything up here at all, and they've been given a gift from the hockey gods. They can't buy a shot on net. Where I was praising the Wild's defense in the first, I'm going to have to praise the Avs here as they are holding the Wild off for even getting a shot through. Yurov, top of the circle. Back to the blue line. Hughes to Yurov. Shot. And there is the official shot on Blackwood. One-timer by Yurov. 20 seconds remaining on the power play. By the way, for everybody who's watching on Twitter/X or YouTube or Facebook, come over to our YouTube channel. Wild can only score off a double minor. 7:33. And the Avs win the face-off and send this back down the length of the ice. They only can score off a double minor, right? 7:18. Wild dump it in over the blue line. Power play expires. Johansson tried to hit his man at center, but Johansson wasn't the man at center. If he's the man at center, he's going to score. We know that, but shoot, tried to get a tip in, but that puck fluttered over the stick, and Wild now officially 1-for-1 on the power play. Or is it technically 1-for-3 now? Because of the double minor. 6:47. Boldy, sharp angle shot. And that goes around the net all the way back down center. Avs couldn't finish their pass, and this puck gets sent into the neutral zone. Avs get it back. They're going to slow things down. What's up, Kaprizov edits? 6:25. McCarron, he's battling behind. Up the ice, Makar. Drops it back to Nakash. Not clean, though, but here comes McKinnon. Hit in the corner, but unable to separate the man from the puck. Oh, but getting the puck back. Freaking Bogosian, man. Nick Foligno tried to hold this one in. Battle with Burns. Burns fluttered it into the neutral zone. Avs awaiting reinforcements. Faber gets tied up with his man, but no call there. Hey, what's up, Jason? How's it going, brother? How have you been? 5:29. Oh, pass up in front, but couldn't get the shot off. Minnesota with it at the blue line. Hughes holds it in. Foligno back to Faber. Faber with a shot. Traffic in front, poking at it. Body's going down. Goalie in the net. Ref hasn't called this play dead yet, and the Wild get it back. Everyone's going to have to reset here. Shot again. Quick shot. Diving save by Blackwood. 4:56. And some tired legs out there. Finally some momentum. Finally some life to this team. Finally back in the country. Spent a month overseas. I was going to say, I remember you talking about a busy month. Must be nice to be home. I was in Arizona, Texas, and Utah in February and a little bit of March as well. Ooh, cross-check. Cross-check. And that's going to be called. Kelly for the Avs. He's pissed. I didn't actually think that was too egregious live. I mean, we're going to see a replay of it here. No, never mind. We're going to see that Boldy shot, that sharp angle shot. I want to see that hit. Anyways, a cross-check, and the Wild are going to be gifted another power play. They better take advantage of this one, man. Here's the double minor, right? Here's the double minor. This is the double portion of it. It comes in twos, right? It comes in twos. Guys, go check out Jason Bryant's YouTube channel and give him a follow on social media as well. We need something to get the fans fired up. In fairness, the fans have been fired up this entire game, even through the no shot on net. Your APO was Kyrgyzstan, Albania, North Macedonia, Montenegro, Kosovo, Bosnia, and Croatia. Bosnia and Herzegovina. By the way, a Canadian/Bosnian won. He's 41 years old, and he defended his BFL title for the third time in Vancouver, which was unreal this weekend. But one of the few Bosnian active MMA fighters right now. But that is amazing, dude. That is amazing. Holy. I bet you have a ton of stories. I bet you ate some amazing food. And I bet you saw some wicked matches. The Kyrgyzstanis are on another level right now, too, in fighting anyways. But they all just wrestling. The Ryzen champ right now, Shadulayev. Kid's a stud. Well, I guess he's not really a kid anymore. Here I am sounding like Dana White. He's like 26, but he is unreal. And dude, Montenegro, I hear. Yeah, actually, all of those just sound dope as fuck. That's awesome. What was your favorite? This is me just hungry as hell thinking about what I'm going to cook for dinner after this. But what was What was your favorite country from a food perspective? Oh, I don't even think I got a second poll question up. My bad. I've heard Croatia is nice. Okay, face off to the right of Blackwood. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button on the stream if you haven't already. Yep. Not a Wild in the face off. Blue line. Zuccarello. Back to Hughes. To Kaprizov. Boldy. Tip. That goes. I don't know if Blackwood got something on it or if it went wide, but anyways, it was a good play, but the Avs clear it. Hughes. Drops it to Yurov, who's had a hell of a game so far. Kaprizov. Hartman, Hughes. Zuccarello. Back to Hughes. Zuccarello in front. Boldy. And Hartman can't get the tip. 1 minute and 7 seconds. They will have a face-off. Food Bosnia. Best craft brewery also, or Bosnia. Okay. Mostar. Best food and best beer in Bosnia. Noted. Oh, it hit the post, bro. It hit the post right above the right shoulder. Face off to the right of Blackwood. 1 minute and 7 seconds remaining on the power play. $55 seconds. Hughes coming up himself. Shot. Couldn't get the rebound. In front. And a save by Blackwood. Hughes couldn't put it home, but decided, hey, I'm just going to do it myself. Yeah, I mean, Hughes has been dropping it back, entering there on that play, and he just said, nope, I'm going for it. Good save by Blackwood. He tried to send it between the pads. 47 seconds. Oh, slap shot. Is that trickling puck? Hammer that shot, and the Avs get it back. Drop, pass, shot, up and wide. 35 seconds remaining on the Wild power play, but the Avs have it in their zone, and they're trying to just bring it to the net versus kill time. And here come the Wild. 3-on-3 over the line. And the Wild are able to set up. You're over the shot, and that's fired right and wide. And Hughes going to go back down all the way to retrieve it. But being forechecked and off the puck. Jury was on him. Faber. There were some reinforcements. Yurov in front of the net as puck is trickled in. 3 seconds remaining on the power play. And the Wild will get a face-off 5-on-4. But again, man, they hit the post. But realistically, that was the only opportunity. .224. Can the Wild win this huge face-off here? No, they can't, and the Avs have it. Full strength now. 2:15. Faber Tarasenko couldn't get that shot off. Spurgeon to Johansson. Tipping it into the zone. Avs, they make the play through center with speed. Nikash, man, he's everywhere tonight. Can't hold on to it, though, and the Wild get it back in the corner of their own zone, up the wall. Through center. McCarron, he dumps it. Taves. Trenyon with it. And Devon Taves sends it back in the Wild zone. Bogosian to Hunt. Hunt up the left wall. McCarron shot on net. Almost bounced off the defenseman's stick. And we have an Avs player down. It looks like he took a stick up high. Oh, and he's bleeding. Shit, dude. Did a stick catch him or did the puck catch him? Did the stick catch him or did the puck catch him? He might be missing a tooth here. Blood. We need the scrapers. Puck got him. Oof. Ouch, dude. Right under the nose. Yeah, he's tough as nails, but all right, we're taking a look at the play here. Yeah, they kept it alive and oh shit. And it was Taves. It was friendly fire, bro. Yeah, they got to get the ice scrapers, man. There's blood everywhere. Blood everywhere. Get the team dentist, right? Ooh, yep. Friendly freaking fire, man. He'll be stitched up if needed and back out there soon. I don't know if it hit his nose or the upper lip or both. Slow-mo here, though. Slow-mo with the blood gushing out the nose. Jeez. All right, let's get back to it. As we're in the final minute of this second period. All right, here we go. Face off. McCarron taking it for the Wild. Just over 60 seconds remaining in the period. One game, and the Wild come away with it. Faber behind the net in the corner. Back to McCarron. Hughes on the move, but loses it. Back to Kaprizov, sends it in, and we get another whistle. As that hit the net. And this is what they want here. 49 seconds. You think he'll be back with a full face mask? I doubt with the full face mask. If he needs stitches, they'll probably just stitch him up and you'll be back out there. All right, now face off to the left. And the Avs come away with it. Big face-off win for the Avs here in their own zone. Send it to center. Faber, beautiful. Short pass there. Now back to Hughes. Snitches get stitches. 32 seconds. Avs. With that nice cross ice, corner to corner, through center. Hughes pass, man. They're employing that, and it's been successful all night. Nice save to Hartman as he comes into the zone. Kaprizov moving. Kaprizov with a shot. Nice save by Blackwood, and the Wild are able to keep this one in. 8 seconds with a shot from the blue line. Gets through. Save, though. No one there to rebound it. Puck going all the way back down. And that will do it for the second period. All right, first half of the second period, the Wild were cheeks, man. Cheeks. They couldn't stay out of the box. Momentum was in the Avs' favor. 5-on-5, the Avs were getting shots on them. I mean, shoot, the Wild couldn't get a shot on net for 17 minutes. For 17 minutes, including end of the first and the first chunk of the second. They did get a couple chances where I said they should have, at that point, been at like 6 or 7 instead of just 4, but whatever. Momentum late, 2 power play opportunities that they aren't able to capitalize on either, but that's been the Minnesota Wild throughout the entire playoffs. They cannot score on their freaking power play. Defensively, the Wild looked really good in the first period. Defensively in the second period, not so much, but they were starting to get their groove back together. They were starting to look like the team that we saw in the opening half of this game. Certainly the opening half of the first period. 12 shots now, thank God, not 4. 21 for the Avs. Wild, obviously, 1 for 5 on the frickin' power play here. Hits 20 for the Wild, 21 for the Avs. They are starting to. They're continuing. Both teams are continuing to throw the body. I think the Wild were just a few under the Avs at the end of the first period, and then face-offs 20 apiece as well. Yeah. Let's just see. I'm just curious to see where things will swing at the start of the third, because momentum at the end of these periods in playoff hockey has meant nothing in the Dallas series or in this series. First power play was crap. The second one was a lot better, but still need to score. Exactly that, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly that. All right. Will the Wild play another game in St. Paul this series? 75% of you say yes. 25% of you say no. Vote in the poll question. Vote in the poll question. Kadri needs to park himself in front of Wally. Kadri's had a pretty good series thus far. I don't want to say he's like played many complete games. He's either been like a ghost and easy to knock down, or he's been clutch. And tonight he's been pretty clutch, to be honest, for the Colorado Avalanche. God, we're getting old. I remember his rookie season. His rookie season was the shortened lockout season. And he was torching with the Maple Leafs. All right, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the game thus far and what your predictions are for the third period. Are we going to see overtime? Are the floodgates going to open? Does the next goal ultimately win this one? Let me know. Kadri needs to park himself in front of, or yeah, just 25%. There's not a lot of votes yet. So get your votes in. Guys, on the latest episode of Fellowship of the Rink, Joe Smith and Hoppy brought on Michael Russo to talk about the series, the injuries, the depth, the highs, the lows, and all of that. Yo, what's up, dude? This is BS. The puck grab never should have happened. I mean, he shouldn't have done that. That was on him. That was a dumb penalty to take. But the hockey gods gave the Wild a couple opportunities, so... Special team, like when the best moments the Wild have had in this game were the first 10 minutes of the first period. And it's because we didn't see any freaking special teams, bro. And obviously the Wild got blessed with one, and that's the double minor, and that's how they were able to go up. But you know what I mean? Like they obviously looked really good on that power play, but they looked the best so far in this game. 5-on-5 opening frame. Their defense looked really good as well. 75% are true fans. I mean, there could be Avs fans in the chat too. I think the game goes to OT. MacDog comes back and buries it. Yo, what's up, Creepy Colors? Good to see you. Good to see you. Get in front of the net. Yeah, I mean, not lucky that it happened, but lucky for the Avs that in a scenario in which Nathan McKinnon gets a puck to the face, it happens towards the end of the period so he can get stitched up pretty early. Not bad so far. Wonder how long Nate's going to be out. Oh, I think he'll start the period. He's tough as nails. And it didn't look like there was a big cut. It looked like it hit the bottom of the nose. So I don't think it probably needs too much stitches. I just think it was bleeding because it hit the nose, and they're probably going to be able to stop it. Like I said, lucky for them that in a situation in which that did happen, that it happened at the end of the period. God knows. So like that's a stinger, man. That's a stinger. Like, I almost shed a tear just watching it. All right. Keep the comments coming. I want your guys' predictions for the third. Concussion protocol doesn't apply to him. Well, I mean, I don't think that was a concussion, Thomas. Dude, he took a puck under the nose. How is that a concussion? And it wasn't like a slapper either. It wasn't a slapper either. So the concussion protocol has nothing to do with it. Has nothing to do with it. What a series, though. Dude, it's been awesome. This one and the Ducks Vegas series have been so much fun. I want to shit my pants if we go to OT. Bro, my stomach is going to rumble if we go to OT. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I ate a snack before this game. It was a mistake not eating a meal before this game. My son was put into the protocol for taking a soccer ball to the nose. Okay, well, your son's not in the National Hockey League, dude. And he's a kid. I'm glad they're looking at kids a little bit more, but I highly doubt that was concussion inducing. It was a flick of a puck too. It wasn't even a shot, like I said. I know you really want to get a W by dunking on McKinnon, by him getting special treatment from the NHL by taking a puck to the face, but I don't know where you're going with it. I'm not looking past any team, but I like us versus the Ducks and the Knights. I mean, any team on paper is an easier matchup than the friggin' Stars and the Avs. Now, I know Carolina's a really good team, but they gotta ultimately get to Lord Stanley. Within grasp of Lord Stanley, anyways, for that to happen. Ducks will beat the Knights, I think. We have to crawl through the Shawshank shit tunnel to get there, right? Right? And I mean, it's not like Wild fans didn't see this coming, right? For months at the end, right? For the last like 2 months of the season, it was like, all right, Dallas and the Avs. Carolina gets a cakewalk every year to the Eastern Conference Finals, but then they get, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, fraud checked. Habs could beat the Canes probably. We'll see. The Canes will be the Habs' biggest test for sure, and I say that because and they're like, oh, well, what about Tampa? Tampa wasn't the juggernaut that had been winning Stanley Cups. Very good team. They were pretty banged up too, though, and I would argue more banged up than the Habs. But that was a 6 series. I think the Canes still probably give the Habs a little bit more of a run for their money because they're as or more skilled, just as fast, and like a physical game plan against them like doesn't matter because you can't catch them. It's crazy. They're kind of similar to the Avs. All I got to say is I'm wearing shorts and the Wild are still in the playoffs, right? I mean, I'm not wearing shorts right now because I'm in some comfy sweatpants, but I was wearing shorts earlier. No hoodie under the jersey. Pretty sure Bettman would consider Minnesota a Canadian team and have Vegas take the Wild down in 5 if they managed to. I mean, Bettman would do whatever he could, but you know, if Bettman starts to collude, he's gonna have to watch out for Marc-Andre Fleury, because Marc-Andre Fleury would just like freaking tie him in the broom closet and be like, Bettman, I'll let you out when the game's done, motherfucker. So I don't think Bettman knew about the Wild's trump card, and that is Marc-Andre chilling, lurking, and making sure no one pranks this team. All right, we're going to leave you guys with a quick snippet here as we take our second break of the stream of the last Fellowship of the Rink episode. It was a juicy one. I gave you guys a couple clips of it already in the last segment. This is the full episode. You can find it wherever you get your podcasts from, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I don't even know what the other ones are these days. Oh, dude, I was so depressed last week. I hate this league. I hate this league so much, but I love the sport. And yeah, I mean, it's insane. It's insane. Let's go, David. Let's go. All right. Last Fellowship of the Rink episode. If you want the full episode, I linked it in the chat. You can find it wherever you get your podcast from. Refill your snack bowl, refill your drink, crack another beer. Shit. I might even go grab a beer from our friends at Dangerous Man. From our friends at Dangerous Man Brewing, who hooked me up with a little care package. I think we need a beer for the third period. We are tied going into the third period, and this has been a nail biter. So as I go grab another drink, you go grab another drink, or refill your water bottle, and we'll be back on the other side for more third period coverage, for more game 4 coverage. In the meantime, listen to these beauties, Joe Smith and Hoppy talk with Michael Russo about all things this series, center depth, and the whole 9 yards. And then once the puck drops to the third, I will rejoin you guys here in a few minutes. Like and subscribe, and we'll be right back after this quick break.
We are here Wednesday morning following another unfortunate loss for the Minnesota Wild. 2-0 down in the series with a big layoff coming up before hosting at home for Game 3. We got Mike Russo, Joe Smith of The Athletic. Break it all down. I think among the questions that have been asked in Joe's post online, half of them were probably about the goalies in some form or another. So I'll just open it blanket statement for both of you. Where are we at with the goalie tandem?
Well, I mean, Jesper Valset's going to probably start Game 3. The question is whether that was planned all along. I mean, obviously, if Philip Gustafsson had an incredible Game 2, maybe they wouldn't have, come back to him. Although John Hines kind of telegraphed before the game yesterday, he reminded that, even when goalies had shutouts during the regular season, he would come back with the other guy. And so it almost felt like after the 8 goals that Jesper gave up, that most likely that they just wanted, after a lot of hockey, Jesper to just kind of take a deep breath and have a mental and physical reset. And so I do think, especially after 3 days off here, that we're probably going to see Jesper in Game 3.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would expect that. And I think, the question was, I think we wrote in our column how it was kind of a risky move to make the switch to Gustafsson, even though there was some merit to if you're going to go to him at all in these playoffs. I guess Game 2 was the one after like the rub outing for Jesper and he hasn't played, but it was a risk in a series where the Wild seemed overmatched at times by a really good Colorado team, and the margin of error is so slim to none that you can't just, not say give away a game, but risk the chance of. Gustafsson is a good goalie, but he hadn't played in 3 weeks. Any goalie doesn't get that kind of reps is going to be rusty or shaky, and exactly what Gustafsson was early in the game. 2 goals in his first 2 shots. So, and at that point, the Wild are chasing from the beginning of the game. So, I'm sure if he would have pitched a shutout, would have been what a bold, gutsy move. I guess you could say we might have said that. I'm not sure, but I still think was a risk that wasn't necessary. I think in this particular moment in this series that they're have to scratch and claw to win against these guys.
That is absolutely true, though. Like you're always playing the result. I even said to Joe before the game, I said, I already know the lead that if Gus has a great game, you know the lead was going to be. Apparently, it wasn't a fireable offense, but you know.
Well, so what did you guys think about game one and the decision to keep Jesper Wallstedt in for the entire game? I saw a lot of conflicting opinions online.
I don't know where you would have, unless you were going to pull him after 2 when it was 5-5. I just don't know when you were going to pull him. When you didn't do it at 3-0, and then they rally back and from 3-0 and 4-2 down and actually take a lead. Maybe it's 7-5, I guess. But I think it was the 7th and 8th goals that made the decision easy for the Wild, because those were just egregious goals. I'm not saying that the Kosgrick goal needs to be stopped. I'm not saying the Cale Makar goal wasn't a great shot, great goal, all that stuff, but you just pull within 7-6. You have a wing and a prayer in a game where you're bleeding defensively, and then your goalie gives up that goal. It's just a backbreaker. So I think that's where the decision was made. I don't know when you're going to pull him, but I do agree. That's why I didn't think Gus was going to start yesterday, because I just felt like, that would have been your opportunity to get him some work to then start him in game 2. And then when they didn't do that, I just figured, well, you're not going to put in a rusty goaltender in a playoff series against Colorado for the first time in 22 days. But they obviously made that decision. And just to be clear, they didn't lose yesterday's game solely because of Gus. Their special teams sucks right now. It's unconscionable how bad their special teams are every single postseason, and it is never fixed. And it's going to, it somehow didn't kill them last round, but it is destroying them this round. And regardless of how great the talent is on that Colorado power play, that Colorado power play was awful against LA and was terrible in the regular season. And the Wild penalty kill, though, is never up to the match against anybody. And it's embarrassing right now how bad their penalty kill is.
Well, let's stay on that for a second then. At this point, for both power play and penalty kill, because both have plenty of room for criticism, are we at the point now where this is lack of execution, or do we need to go back to the drawing board on how we're actually approaching them? Where do you see really, how do we fix it?
I don't know how you fix it. I mean, when Michael McCarron's saying that they need better reads, and he says, I'm sitting on the bench and I could see the plays develop. I mean, that is an absolute indictment of the other penalty killers. And so I don't know. I mean, it's the same personnel every year, and right now Boldy hasn't been good on the penalty kill in either series. So it's he was probably one of their best guys.
Brought to you
obviously
by
not
our
having
friends
Eriksson
at Waggle Golf. Waggle Golf believes what you wear on the course should reflect your individuality, who you are, where you're from, your hobbies, interests, and passions. All the stuff that makes you, well, you. That's why every design is inspired by the desire to create a piece of apparel that strikes a chord when you see it, that makes you say, wow, that was made for me. Because in a lot of ways, it was. Ready to get your waggle on? Go to getyourwaggleon.com, throw in promo code SP10 at checkout to take 10% off your entire order.
And we are back live here on the Sota Pod YouTube channel. Third period action, game 4, game tied. Avs visiting St. Paul. Game 4 of the series. Wild looking to tie it up before going back to Denver. And starting off this third period, a close one. Nathan MacKinnon back. I don't see any stitches. A little banged up. Still nose leaking a bit, but it is what it is. Not surprised. Tough son of a bitch that he is. All right, we are underway. Puck drop, ladies and gentlemen. Vote in the poll question. Like the stream. Get your comments in the live chat. And reminder, post-game show / Judd's Buds episode will be live. Hoppy and Z will be live 5 minutes before the game is done, and I will definitely send you guys their way. But just a reminder again, there is a full post-game show as well as a Judd's Buds recording and live stream for your viewing and commenting pleasure after this. The real reason you guys are subscribed to the channel. Am I right? All right, back to the game action here. 19:15 on the clock. Can we get a pissed off Nathan McKinnon, please? He looks pretty pissed. He looks pretty pissed. Can we get a pissed off Zuccarello? When Zuccarello sees red, it doesn't matter if you got Sidney Crosby, Ovechkin, McKinnon, or McDavid, or all of them at once on the team. The Lizard King prevails. Speaking of prevailing, the Wild winning the faceoff. They move it up behind the net. McCarron battling. Knocked down. Lifted out of the zone was the puck all the way down the length of the ice. And we will have icing. Puck goes back to the left of Mackenzie Blackwood. Wild initially win it, but the Avs come away with it. Colorado back to their blue line. Hughes able to hold. Oh, maybe not. Ref with the whistle. Choppy starter, just like in the first period. It looks like McKinnon's cut under the right nostril. So yeah, there might be some stitches under there. Ouch. From someone who's broken his nose more times than I can count, I can tell you. It doesn't hurt any less. Ovechkin and Crosby, which one has lived up to their potential? Both of them have lived up to their potential. Both of them have surpassed their potential, in my opinion. .835. I mean, yeah, Ovi only has one cup, but he fucking has scored more goals than Gretzky. Crosby, multiple cups. Both of them. Damn near 40 apiece, and they're still doing their thing point per game. 30, 40 goal seasons. I mean, yeah, they're unbelievable. 18:08, and the Wild are able to force this back up into the neutral zone, bouncing into the Av zone, forced to make not even a save, just push the puck to the right. Both teams make a change. Shot by the Avs on their entry. Volstead with a nice save. Avs still have it shot from the blue line. That doesn't get through. And Minnesota able to bat this puck out. Trenyon with the little shoulder hit as he gets to the puck and makes sure that this goes into the Av zone. Tarasenko with a nice hit. Tarasenko gets it back. Tarasenko with the shot in front of the net. Going down is Blackwood. They're digging at it in the slot. McCarron gets it back. McCarron with the shot. Blackwood with the save. McCarron with another shot. Blocked by the Avs. Insanity. Insanity. Tarasenko. Vladimir Tarasenko, ladies and gentlemen. What a play. Wild still have it at the blue line. But this line, Vladdy, McCarron, and Trenyon, has been key in all the wraparound opportunity by McCarron, and that is saved. McCarron with another hit to end the shift. What a shift from this third line. Trenyon, McCarron, and Vladimir Tarasenko. My goodness, the crowd is going crazy in St. Paul right now. 16:55, and Foligno with a huge hit. Damon Hunt behind the net. Forces it to Sturm. Sturm sends it around the net. And they're blowing this one dead. Maybe it just like hit the top of the glass. Yeah, Vladimir Tarasenko, bro, taking the body to steal the puck to get this play going. And friggin' McCarron, he just did everything but fucking score there. My God. The wraparound too, man. He's so big. He doesn't like, I'm surprised he doesn't try that more. Oh my God. Yep. I mean, nice pad down. That wasn't good. Unless it was going 5-hole, I wasn't getting through. All right, Wild win the face-off. Faber pokes it, but that doesn't get over the line. Avs now. They clear it. Hughes chasing, couldn't get it back. Avs shot. Rebound, left. And the Avs slow things down through the neutral zone. They lose it. Minnesota able to send this up. Kaprizov couldn't handle it. Devon Taves settling it down for the Avs as they skate through center. Makar. I just couldn't get a shot off in the neutral zone. That left side plugged up quickly and the puck's forced back into the Avs zone. Avs, they're going to change. They dump it in. Volstead playing it. Hughes back behind the net. 15:35. Oh, stretch pass by Hunt is picked off by the Avs. Avs now with it left side corner. Behind the net, Hughes battling in the corner, getting by. Hughes backhand in front. Volstead with the save. Great save by Volstead, bailing out Hughes, man. Defensively there, Hughes got beat. We're going to have a face-off in the Wild zone. For everybody watching on Facebook and X, come over to our YouTube account, The Sota Pod. We're trying to build up this platform more than any with our live streams, and this is where we have more people in the chat. And also the post-game show will be here as well. It will not be on YouTube. Or sorry, it will not be on Twitter or Facebook. It will only be on YouTube. So there's incentive. There's incentive. And we post videos every single day. There you go. NHL and Wild. And soon to be draft focused content as well. Shop. Rebound. Save, bro. Oh my goodness. What an opportunity by Sturm in front of the net. And Foligno. Marcus. Yappin, of course. Some extracurriculars between whistles. Nick Roy somehow looking like the best Avs player on the ice right now. Nico Sturman, that initial shot was beautiful. Oh, man. Like, good job on getting the rebound shot, too, but that initial shot was... What a save. What a save. What a save, bro. Mackenzie Blackwood wasn't really busy for half the game, but has been busy in this third as this Wild is clawing back, man. The Avs have not had a lot of opportunities. And the Wild with an offensive zone face-off to the left of Blackwood, looking to even this up. The Avs win the face-off, though. Where face-offs are now 23 apiece. Drury with it behind the net for the Avs. He backhands it back to the blue line. Makar now. Makar's shot doesn't get through the tip. Unable to reach the stick of Drury. Makar flutters this one in again. And Trennion's able to backhand this out. Right on the line. Avs send it in, but nobody there, and both teams are going to change. Quick change here for the Avs. Marty Necas is so fucking fast. I feel like he's just everywhere all the time, man. And this one's going to be batted over the glass. I believe the faceoff will come outside the Avs zone. Now, get Bogosian off the ice, bro. Love Damon Hunt, but get Bogosian off the ice, man. At center, all right. And the Avs win it. That's another big one. Oh, Johansson couldn't carve and get the backhand shot in, and the Wild unable to keep this in. Good forecheck again, dude. Just Necas, man, he's fucking everywhere. Everywhere. He's able to get the puck, picks the pocket, gets it to McKinnon. outside of the circle shot that doesn't get through, and the Wild are able to break up the play. But man, I'm telling you, this Nikash's best game of the series. Every game I've watched, I mean, every game of the series, he's looked good. But this game in particular, man. A stickless Blackwood able to make the save too as we go to a TV timeout. Damn, guys. What a third period. Night and day compared to how the Wild were looking most of the second. And the Avs were able to pierce through the defense of Minnesota in the second period. Unable to do so as easily now, but Wallstedt has been lights out for this team. And you know what? Mackenzie Blackwood's looked pretty damn good as well. He's not been super aggressive chasing shots. And just not as jittery and overcommitting. 1-1 game. 1-1 game. It's funny, the commentary, Twitter, everybody, every podcast, Joe, Hoppy, Russo, all of them were talking about how this game was probably going to be complete opposite from game one, a very low-scoring game. And alas, here we are, 1-1. Next goal win confirmed. I mean, that's where I'm kind of sitting at as well. I mean, anything can happen in the sport, and anything can happen between both of these two teams. Like, this game is looking a lot like a game from the Dallas series versus any of the games we've seen so far, which have been high-fly scoring games. All right, we're back from the TV timeout. I will say, Wedgwood was way more spazzy than Blackwood. Blackwood definitely a lot more flowy style. Stays closer to the post too and tucked in versus just diving on everything. 13:40, and we have the faceoff at center. Avs win it and send it down the length of the ice. They chase, they get it back, poke the puck in front, rebound. The backhand wasn't there, but the Avs have it. Makar to the corner. Makar shot. Off the stick and high, but the Avs still have it. Another shot. Dude. Nick Waugh, dude. The chat was talking about him. Devontae's blue line. Tip in front. Shot and score. Colton gets it for the Avs. Great passing play, and Wallstedt's forced not to make 1, 2, but 3 big saves in that sequence. Wild unable to get that out, and the Avs take the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Just when they were actually playing good hockey, just when they were getting their shots back up, taking advantage of opportunities, resetting, setting up well, having good moments in the neutral zone, and their third line chipping in even more than their fourth line. The Avs strike here with 13 minutes on the clock. What's up, Hot Takes? Let's go! The first game didn't feel how the rest of the series was going to go. This is exactly how I thought the series was going to go. A lot of 2, 3. Yeah, but this is not how the series has gone. I mean, this might be how the series continues to go. A lot of time left. Avs and Blackwood need to be playing stellar defense right now. Oh, yep. All right. Let's see if the Wild can hold their shit together. Trade Kaprizov, sell the team. 12:44. Move him to Quebec. Oh, and falling over the line, but Wild able to hold it. Avs get it back. Battling in the neutral zone. Hughes with it. Hughes looking for Hartman with that cross ice pass, but broken up. And that pass, the Avs have been able actually to employ super well here tonight. The Hughes pass. Hughes sends a shot in. Trennan unable to get the rebound. Middleton to Hughes. Hughes to Trennan. Tarasenko, sharp angle shot. That goes around back to Tarasenko to Middleton. Tarasenko, shot that doesn't get through. And Bogosian now with it. This is the fastest I've seen Bogosian skate in years, ladies and gentlemen. This is how I know Hot Takes isn't watching, because the crowd has been the crowd was silenced like now, but they've been awesome this whole game. I actually have the volume up, and I can until that goal, which just silence them a little bit here, which let's go. Let's get them back going again. They've been great tonight. Trade and Naz as well. Ship Justin Jefferson and Blake Cashman as well. They're all bombs. 11:34. Avs take a shot, hits a stick, and that goes up. 11:22. Yeah, but you're not even watching this game, Hot Takes. You don't even watch hockey. Because you don't even like this team, because they're moving. The game's not over. Wild can do this. 11:06. Landeskog, great job clearing this one. Through the neutral zone, Hartman. Sturm behind the net. Try for the wraparound. No rebound available. But Hughes able to keep this in. Hughes back in front. Score! Tying it up. Nico Sturm, ladies and gentlemen. Dang it. Yeah, Hot Takes is literally he only is here to rile me up. He hates this team and he wants to see them move to Quebec. All right, back to next goal wins. A Wild score. Let's go, Sturm. Look at it. So Hughes right on the tape. Hughes, a little fake out. I don't know where he was faking to, because the puck would have gone out of the zone, but a little fake out backhand pass, which Hughes has been a big fan of the backhand passes all game. Especially in the first period through the neutral zone. JoJo's due for a goal. He's been good tonight. They need to put him. He needs to get his ass back in the slot. He's been on the outside more than he's been in the slot. 10:19. Well, I'm watching it on the Sportsnet broadcast, and maybe they just actually have their mics on other than the ESPN mics, which haven't been working all night. Tie game. 10:08. Avs looking to answer as they send this back to the blue line. Wrist shot in front. Volstead diving on this one. Puck is loose. And the Wild get it back in the corner. Johansson backhands this, but the Wild are able to hold it. Or sorry, the Avs are able to hold it. Avs have it. Right wall. Back to the blue line. With some room. Shot. Volstad with the save. And he sits on the puck. That might be the most important save of the game. That might be the most important save of the game. Unreal. Move the team to Quebec. Oh my goodness. Bodies falling everywhere and getting that glove up. Need a Wild win on. It's your birthday today, yo. Happy birthday to Stoned Steak Gaming. By the way, I re-downloaded Counter-Strike Stone State Gaming, so if you're a Counter-Strike guy, let me know. Hot take, you can wait for Florida to be 5 years of shit before the city gives up and they move to Quebec. Dude, Quebec's never getting a team, bro. Quebec City's never getting a team. Not in my lifetime, anyways. That new rink has been sitting there for almost 2 decades. It ain't fucking new anymore. How come they couldn't exit with one Avs player in net? Right? Right? Mm-mm. Who else but Kaji running over goalie in the playoffs? They know what they were doing bringing him back. They know what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing bringing him back. All right. Crunch time, guys. Crunch time. Again, if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter/X, come over to our YouTube channel, The Sota Pod. This is the platform in which we are trying to grow the most when streaming, and we will have a post-game show. Hoppy and Z will be live, win or loss, ladies and gentlemen. Judd's Buds recording /live stream, as well as a post-game show. Links in the chat right now. Kaji just wishes it was Bennington. Or it was Binnington again. Here's a hot take. If Jordan Binnington stayed in that series against the Avs, they wouldn't have won the cup. I'll say this. I am a big Jordan Binnington hater. But he looked pretty good for Canada. Twice. He didn't get gold this time, but he looked pretty good for Canada. I ate a little crow. But in the National Hockey League, it's a different game. Faber battling for it in the corner. Landeskog still with it. Back to the blue line. Avs, great couple shifts here, even before the TV timeout. Blocked shot. Shooting from the slot, and the puck bounces back to the neutral zone. Great defensive shift for Minnesota. They only could get one body off. Quinn Hughes up to Zuccarello. Zuccarello bounces this one in. Kaprizov into the corner, but Taves sends it to Makar. And the Avs lift it out. And this is going to be offside. Play whistle down. They'll have the face-off in the neutral zone. 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Oh, I smell overtime, ladies and gentlemen. I smell overtime. Maybe Hoppy and Z won't be doing a show here tonight. The last time we went to overtime, we went to double overtime, and I think Hoppy and Z decided not to go live. But no, this game's ending before overtime, baby. This game's ending before overtime. 8:35. Oh, and I just jinxed it because there it is. There it is. The Avs. Here we go. Yeah, we're not going overtime. Trade him to Quebec. Trade him to Quebec. He's a horrible goalie. Hot Takes hates this team. Let's go. Hot Takes is so stoked that the Avs got a goal. He said, come on, Avs. Come on. Oh, that was, yeah, he's got to have that one. That's how you glove down a puck, by the way. He's had such a good glove all game, but that one goes right over. Yeah, the Minnesota Wild are... The Hot Takes thinks the Minnesota Wild are moving in the offseason to Quebec. Well, she. All right. And just like that, the Avs are back up. And now the crowd has been silenced. Oh, okay. Little life in there, but the Wild lose the puck. The exit was awful again. 7:59. Avs with a shot. Brock Nelson, that goes around. Able to be held at the line, though, and the Avs doing a great job being able to hold this puck. I've seen enough for Gus in net. Avs still with it. Shot. That goes left. Down low. Avs still with it, able to get it back to the line. This is all Avalanche right now. As the Wild got scored on and they're unable to get anything going here. And they got some tired legs on the ice as the Avs are treating this 5-on-5 play like a freaking power play. And finally a stick breaks up the passing play. And the Avs back into their zone. Colorado. Nice pass, but bumblefucking it. Come on, Avs. Forecheck. They've really succeeded in the forecheck tonight as well. Landeskog. Backhands it back into the corner. Still battling here. Spurgeon. And Spurgeon knocks down Nakech. Let's go. Makar. Pocket picked. Boldy with it. Boldy couldn't find Yurov in the pocket as that puck was broken off. Minnesota losing 2 franchises would be insane. Yeah, I don't think they're actually going to leave. As much as Hot Takes wants them to leave, I don't think they're going to leave. Hughes with it at the blue line, spinning, but getting beat, and he's going to have to race back. It's a 2-on-1, but the shot, and Volstead making the save. If Volstead would have let that in, that would have been the dagger. But shit clock's ticking, Rick. Here's the crowd chanting. They already lost 2. North Stars became Dallas Stars, and the Lakers became the LA Lakers. Yep. Again, the team's not going to Quebec, bro. As much as you hate the Minnesota Wild and want them to move to Quebec, they're not going to Quebec. Hot Takes. Meant in hockey. But still. 6 minutes remaining. And the Avs up by 1, and goals, for the most part, have been hard to come by in this game. And the Avs have had momentum in this second half of the third, and the Avs again putting this puck on net. Rebound. Minnesota Moose left too. Kaprizov at center. Kaprizov solo, but gets... Oh, Kaprizov still... I was just going to say, got knocked off the puck, but he was able to get it back and get a pass up in front, but unable to put that home. Avs. .513. Foligno backhands it up. Nick gets checked, loses at center. The Avs just kind of lazily dump it in. And that's going to be icing. Wow, they're never leaving. Hot Takes hates them so much, he wants them to leave. Trailer Park Boys callback. I love it. Half my vocabulary. 4:58, ladies and gentlemen. Can the Wild force overtime here? Hughes is going to be on the ice this whole freaking time, I imagine. Face off in the Av zone. And nice win by the Avs. 4:52. Hot Takes loves Quebec, and he wants the Wild to become the Quebec Wild so bad. It's crazy. I'm okay if they don't force OT this one time. He hates them so much, he wants them to become Quebec. La belle province. 4:30. Puck hits... I don't know whose stick. Someone's stick on the corner, and the puck goes right up and over the glass. Hot Takes' favorite part of hockey is all of Montreal's history and the Nordiques' history, and he cannot wait for a Wild team to be moved there. All right, TV timeout. One of the last. I mean, unless we go to overtime. He loves croaking like them frogs. Just like the Wild are doing in this game. The White Horse Wild. Yes, for all the fans up there. For all the fans up there. For the 500 rink seater. The 500 seater rink. Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, post-game show. I would say win or lose, but if the Wild win, it means they're going into overtime, and I don't know if the boys are going to stay up for post-game show after that. But Z and Hoppy will be live for Judd's Buds and a post-game show. Yeah, all 30 of them. I mean, I guess they'll sell out. Not necessarily the rink, but the city. Pull the goalie. Trailer Park Boys was introduction into Canadians. And it's funny because they're like they're like Newfies are like a very unique type of Canadians. Kind of like people from Quebec. I mean, not like them, but they're just very different than the rest of us. We all got our quirks every province, but like the Newfies are a whole well, they're the Trailer Park Boys. Enough said. Yo, what's up, dude? The Wild trying to do their best Team Canada impression. Remember Hughes' golden goal against Canada? Yeah, but Hughes is on the Wild, so. Stoned Stakes game. Have you seen Kenny versus Spenny? You should check that out, too. Quinn Hughes got sick of that, which is why he asked for a trade to the Wild, which, let's be honest, there's a lot of moose hunting here, too. No, Jack plays for New Jersey. Yo, what's up, Weather Bear? 428. Can the Wild force overtime? Or do they have to, or will they have to stave off elimination back in Colorado? Hate, you love to say it. 419. Weather Bear predicted the series to a T by the second of every goal, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you knew that. Weather Bear is a fortune teller. Backhand pass in front, but unable to get the shot off. At least Weather Bear doesn't want to see this team move to Quebec like Hot Takes. Yeah, Hot Takes hates this franchise so much, he wants them to move to Quebec. It's crazy. Do you see that Brock had to move? Wait, what? Brock Faber? Brock Faber lives in Minnesota, man. He is on the Minnesota Wild. 4 minutes. And the Avs win the faceoff. A shot there at the line. Blocker saved by Blackwood. And here come the Avs again as they bounce this one in. Dude, it's been crazy. Like the last part or the second half of this period, like it has just been all Avs. They've been holding the zone incredibly well and breaking off the plays and neutral zone entrance opportunities for the Wild. I was going to say, Faber is not... Oh, Lesnar's kids. Brock Lesnar's kids. 319. And then they got 10 in a row. Well, it wasn't that. It was 17 minutes. And B, they did get 2 shots on. ESPN just didn't count them. But we're splitting hairs at this point. It was crazy, yeah, because the first period, their defense looked awesome. Second period, everything collapsed after the 2... just power plays that the Avs had. And then the third period, the first half was actually really good, but they've just even before the goal, they were collapsing before the goal. 239. He was living out in Saskatchewan, but they moved to a bigger city. Wasn't he in Manitoba? I thought he was in Winnipeg. Michael McCarron with it. Splitting hairs, yeah. Yeah, you got to put together a whole game to beat the Avs in the playoffs. And it's just so funny because it's such a stark difference. Like, I thought in the first period, the first half of the first period was the best, like, defensively the Wild have played. Oh, one-timer shot, rebound. And that goes left and wide. 2 minutes left. When will the Wild pull the goalie? Come on, no OT. Again, reminder, Hot Takes hates the Minnesota Wild and he wants them to move to Quebec. Come on, no OT, please just close out this game. Nice. Well, there's some good opportunity for junior hockey in Calgary. All right, the empty netter for the Wild. Quinn Hughes has over 30 minutes of ice time. I'm not surprised. 1 minute and 31 seconds. They got to hold the line. Landeskog can't clear it. Backhand. Great clear for the Avs. But pretty sloppy for a must-win game, and they just can't get away from stupid penalties and giveaways. Dump and chase, not the answer either. Have to chase. And the Avs, I mean, can't overlook. Mackenzie Blackwood has made some incredible saves too. Can't overlook the fact that the Avs forecheck has just been like ramped up to 10-2 in this one. But yes, insane. Wild goal still more protected. Yes. Jiricek. Hot Takes hates the Minnesota Wild so much he wants to see them move to Quebec and then them trade back for Jiricek, just like they reacquired Damon Hunt. Again, cannot hammer this home hard enough. He hates this team and wants to see them move to Quebec. Tabarnak. All right, 1:14. Wild called their timeout. Drawing up a play. I mean, they're gonna need friggin' prayers and/or luck more than a play. Unfortunately, Hines will be re-signed because they beat Dallas and Butchie's available. Need a Wild scene here. I hate my life. The Wild need some Glocks is what they need. No, he legit hates this team, Weatherbear. I've seen this guy in our live chats for 5 years. He hates the Wild. And he loves Quebec. All right, here we go. Net empty. Looking for the face-off. Let's go, Wild. Hartman arguing with the linesman here. I'm like so conflicted because, like, do I want to see the Wild tie it up? Absolutely. Do I also want to like make dinner here in 5 minutes? Absolutely. It's like a win-win, lose-lose. Wild keep it in, and McKinnon forces it out. Could have fooled everyone in the live chat and I think everyone on this planet. Hot Takes hates the Wild and he loves Quebec. He wants to see them move to Quebec, actually. 54 seconds remaining, and I believe this was forced into the neutral zone. I would say a solid 1. Speedy saying 10. Let's go, Speedy. Speedy still believes. Face off. Wild get it back. A scramble. And this goes around the net. Burns has had a pretty good game. Oh, Faber shot. Rebound, unable to get it. Boldy. Back to Hughes, but Hughes can't get it. And that's the dagger, ladies and gentlemen. The Avs score it there. The empty netter, Nathan McKinnon. And that's going to do it. That is the dagger. The Wild are forced to stave off elimination. I just love how we don't use stave off as a saying. We don't use the word stave for, 10 months out of the year. But for 2 months during the Stanley Cup playoffs, Stave off elimination. Planted in our vocabulary. They suck. They're a horrible team. They should trade Boldy, Kaprizov, Faber, and they should move to Quebec. What's up, dude? Good to see you, Stadium. Nathan's so good at stinking that little puck in. Tough loss indeed. Hot Take hates this team and wants to see them move to Quebec. And that's a wrap. Toronto already has a team. Hartman in front. Rebound. 18 seconds and we're going to have a whistle. All right, reminder, guys. Post-game show. What are you from? You mean where am I from or what am I from? What does that even mean, Stadium? What am I from? Yep, Weather agrees. Trade Boldy, trade Kaprizov, trade Faber, trade them all. Trade Wallstedt. It's over. Billy's experiment failed, ladies and gentlemen. Trade everybody. That sucks. Mississauga has a team? Trade Billy Guerin. Clean house, right, Weather? And final 10 seconds. The puck goes back down the ice for another one. Another one. The Avs make this one a 5-2 game. They're just twisting the dagger at this point. Fairmont, Minnesota. That was like a soccer kick to a KO opponent. Lots of trolls here. Just a lot of people who hate the Wild. Oh, and don't worry, Weatherbear. He's gonna let Faber go for you. He's gonna let Kaprizov go for you. He's gonna let Wallstad go for you. And don't worry, the team will move to Quebec for you. Hot takes. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. 5-2. Foligno, of course, he happened at the end of this one. First period, actually, Wild played pretty damn good. Started to let things go a little bit towards the end of the first period as they weren't able to get any shots on net. But honestly, 80%, maybe 70% of the first period, I thought they're defensively, like none of the opportunities worried me at all. And not just because Wallstedt was playing amazing in the first period, but just like the defensive breakdowns for the Wild were great. They weren't allowing the Avs to come in with speed. There weren't many neutral zone battles, and they were able to get some opportunities early. Then the offense dried up, but the defense continued to play good at the end of the first period. Soon as the second period started, the Wild realistically didn't play much 5-on-5 hockey as the Avs went up on 2 power plays early, frazzled the Wild. And even though the Wild had some power play opportunity in the second period, they did score on a double minor, scoring on the second part of the double minor in the first period. They weren't able to get their special teams together, power play together, surprise, surprise. In the second period, only did they start to get a little bit of momentum going at the end of the period where they were starting to rack up shots again. It wasn't until the start of the third period where I was like, okay, they're in this. And it looked like a game. Goals were coming back and forth from both teams. And then before the Avs even scored their third one, it looked like a power play. 5-on-5, the Avs were doing what they do best, cycling, getting it back to the blue line, having their forwards up high, having their defensemen, not just one, but both of their defensemen locked in the corner down low. And they just over and over and over again were able to keep the puck in, grinding down the Wild. And Wallstedt, let in the only stinker. And the Wild just couldn't get a push after that. Again, reminder, Hoppy and Z will be live for the post-game show, so I'm sure you guys have plenty to vent, cheer, cry, praise, knock down, the whole 9 yards. So again, there's the link to it here. 34 shots for the Avalanche, only 21 for the Wild, and they came in spurts. 1 for 5 on the power play, and again, it was the second half of a double minor. And the Avs went 1 for 4. Face-offs, the Avs went 35, Wild 30, pretty even there. And hits, man, the Avs led in hits pretty much the entire game as well. Trenyon never gloved down a puck again. Hey, cheers, Weather Bear. Thank you so much for joining. Even though it was a little late, it was good to see you as always. Speedy, thank you so much for joining. Brian, thank you so much for joining. I mean, I still like hockey, so I still want to watch hockey. It's funny how you guys are like, don't even want to watch hockey anymore. They turn over the puck more than anyone else in the league. Same. What if the Foligno brothers, Nick and Marcus, joined the Ottawa Senators? I guess. I don't know. I don't think so. Turnovers are the curse for the loss. Taco, Wallstedt looked great. Official saying Wild in 7. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Post-game show next. I will be back on Wednesday for potentially the last game of the series as the Wild are forced to stave off elimination in Colorado. Up in elevation too, which doesn't help. Don't worry, hot takes. This team will move to your favorite province. Hot takes loves Quebec more than anybody on this earth. Hot takes hates the Wild. Brian, I know you're super negative right now, but I know you like hockey, Brian. I know you like hockey. Speaking of hockey, post-game show on the other side. Appreciate you guys for watching. I will be back Wednesday. Post-game show up next. Here, Hoppy's just texting me now saying that they're going to be live in just a couple minutes. Hot Takes loves Quebec. It's almost comical how much he loves Quebec, but you know what? We don't judge here, my man. We don't judge here. The Quebec Wild. The Quebec Wild. Am I right? It's got a good ring to it. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Post-game show. I know it says 9:45, but this game went a little late. They'll be live here in just a few minutes. Smash that like button and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.